Welcome in here, race fans, tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's the Bartell Builders Big Block Series presented by the Upstate Racing League. We're here at the Lanier National Motorsports Park, or, well, nowadays known as the Lanier Raceplex. Here tonight for the Dan Duduque Memorial, number 61. Dan Duduque, one of the founding members of the Upstate Racing League, unfortunately lost his battle with cancer the other year. Dan was one of the greatest drivers of the Upstate Racing League, was always there from the time practice started to the time practice wrapped up. Our hearts are heavy as we still miss Dan every day, and he will always be one of the members of the Upstate Racing League. Tonight, we run 61 laps in memory of Dan Duduque, as the number 61 was his number here in the Upstate Racing League. So for Dan, we miss you, buddy. I know you're a lap ahead of all these drivers here tonight. This track also, Lanier, was one of Dan's favorite tracks on the iRacing simulator, so, well, that's why we're here tonight for that memorial race. But race fans, we hope you've all had a great off week and you're ready to get back to watching some of the dirt racing action with some of the best dirt track racers from all around the world. We have drivers from Canada, we have drivers out of Mexico, and of course, we have the USA represented here tonight. Drivers from coast to coast, from the East Coast to the West Coast, all the way down south. The guys are ready to sling the dirt here tonight. We got to thank you all for tuning in here early to get a front row seat here at Lanier. We had a great race last week. 4 heat races, a last chance qualifier, of course, the main event brought to us by Eddie's Meat Market. Tonight, though, these drivers all get to do it again, but the drivers that have already had some success this season has been Justin Fuller, well, one of the longtime members of the Upstate Racing League. Casey Bietti also had himself a good showing last week. He won heat race number 2. Paul LaCourte put the 33R into victory lane. And Chris Brown won heat race 4. Wade McDuff picked up a last chance qualifier win as the newcomer to the Upstate Racing League, Cole Day, was able to find himself into victory lane with a under 10 laps to go pass to put himself ahead of Justin Fuller, who led everything but the final 9 laps last week down at the Volusia Speedway. Tonight, well, let's take a look at what the point standings look like coming into this race here. This is your point standings after the Volusia Speedway season opener. Cole Day, you see him there, 104 points. You get points in different formats. You get heat racing points, you get qualifying points, and of course, the feature point. So Cole Day picks up 104 points, leading the point standings. Justin Fuller is sitting right there, second place. He won everything but the feature last week. Then Robbie Schaefer, the driver out of Pennsylvania, is sitting there in third. Chris Brown out of the Midwest, he's sitting there with the 136. He is fourth. Brian Hacker out of Illinois, then Josiah Millen, Brett Bartels, Nathan Weatherby, Paul LaCourte, and Justin McDuff. This is, of course, the Weatherby's Championship standings coming into the Dan Duduque 61 Memorial Night. So that's how your top 10 look. You see everybody else down through 10th to 18th in the point standings. Last week we did have 36 drivers show up and attempt to make the field. Of course, we sent some of them home. We only started 24 with 2 alternates in the field. Racing Jason Dobbs and Kelly Dahl were those 2 alternates last week that had to sit and hope that somebody's car was not going to fire off so they'd be able to get out onto the track. Unfortunately, they were not able to. So now tonight, we come in here for round number 2 to see which one of these drivers are going to be able to pick up, well, a good starting spot and some points. But before we get ready to go heat racing here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Upstate Racing League is brought to us by
the Upstate Racing League's Bartell Builders Big Block Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network is brought to you by Bartell Builders. New construction, repairs, and installs. Bartell Builders has you covered. The Weatherby, personalized gifts, and so much more. Key Graphics, graphic design work. Eddie's Meat Market, no one beats Eddie's Meat.
Welcome back here to Lanier, race fans, as heat race number 1 has already taken to the Speedway. Let's take you through your starting lineup here tonight for the Dan Duduque Memorial 61 for your best colorful creation. Heat race number 1 of the evening. Starting out in the front row, it's the 00 out of Montana. It's the Ungari Motorsports. 00 of Doug Ungari. To his outside, driving the 2B here tonight, this is Brett Bartels. Driving the McDuff Racing 1W, this is Wayne McDuff. To his outside, the week number 1 winner, the 99 A Cold Day, Nicholas Weatherby, and the 24N will start in the 5th position. Nathan Weatherby right alongside in the 25, and here tonight it'll be Brian Hacker, the driver out of Illinois. He'll start 7th. Richard French will drive the 926. He'll start in the 8th position. Ken Jersky has got the number 15 scheduled for 9th, and Scott Austin will round out our starting lineup here. For the best colorful creations, heat race number 1 here tonight at Lanier. iRacing Pace Truck ready to dive it in and get the show on the road. It's down and in, and we are racing here tonight at Lanier for the heat races. Great start there by Ungari down to the bottom side of the speedway. That's where he really likes to dig it down low. That's where he is right now, down on the inside. He'll clear now and lead lap number 1 here tonight. He clears Bartels. Right there is Cold Day also lurking into the background. Cold Day, remember last week's winner. We are taking 5 out of this heat race. And who's sitting back here in 5th? Well, it's the 24N of Nicholas Weatherby right now. He's holding off the defending champion here with the Upstate Racing League dirt side of things. That's Brian Hacker back there running in 6th. Kenjerski's back there running 7th, just on the bubble. Here comes Hacker. He'll put his number 11 Illinois down to the inside here on Weatherby as they work down back into turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway now they go. Heads up, drag race down into 3. Little slide up the speedway there by the 11 of Hacker. Gonna be able to clear, and now he's gonna work on Wayne McDuff. The driver out of Hudson Falls, New York, in the 1W snap on Wendy's entry with 8 laps to go here. Heat race number 1. Laps are going to click off quick here. It's still Doug Ungari who's leading the way. Brett Bartels still sitting there in the 2nd position. On board with our best colorful creations, onboard camera. See Bartels still working the inside. Cold Day doesn't have anywhere to go right now as he's still working the outside of the speedway. He's going to try and go up there, go high, wide, and handsome here tonight. This groove will work its way up to the outside of the speedway when it comes time for the last chance qualifier. We will do some work on this track, though, at some point here tonight, as right now it's very heavy, and these drivers are all very quick. Right now, Hacker's been able to pick off another one. He just got around Wayne McDuff. Now McDuff's going to sit on the bubble with 4 laps to go here in heat race number 1. Last week, Wayne McDuff was able to pick up a last chance qualifier and had to start 21st on the grid. Came back to finish in the 14th position. Tonight, looking like he's trying to lock himself in without having to go to a last chance qualifier. Right now, Hacker's working on trying to get around Cold Day. These two drivers were out there turning a lot of laps. Our skis graphics onboard camera here with the Smith Racing Inc. Number 11 of Brian Hacker. This time by, the white flag will fly, and Doug Ungari looking like he's going to try and pick up a heat race win for the first time this season. All eyes, though, back here for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th right now. Oh, pass here down into 3. It'll be Ungari winning this one. That is Bartels. Day, Hacker in the final position will go to Wayne McDuff. He will not have to race the last chance qualifier here tonight. Weatherby, Kenjerski, Weatherby, Austin, French will all have to go to the last chance qualifier here coming up later. So heat race number 1 goes to Doug Ungari. He'll lock himself into a redraw position here tonight. Heat race number 2, getting ready to grid. As you see all the cars out onto the speedway, this is how your starting lineup is going to look. Starting on the front row, driving the number 45, this is Justin Smith. To his outside, driving the 015, that is Charlie Hayes. Behind them, starting in row number 2 here tonight, driving the number 51, this is Justin Fuller. Starting in position number 4, driving the 33R, this is Paul LaCour. Starting in position number 5, hailing out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, it's the Keystone Motorsports driver, the number 40 of Josiah Millen. Starting at his outside, right down the street out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. Driving the number 77H, this is Jordan Henn. Starting in 7th, driving the number 45 of Casey Vietti. Kutztown, Pennsylvania's driver, number 31 of Donald Bennett, will roll off 8th. Andrew Plank in 9th, and Alex Oriens in the 9. And Y will roll off in your 10th position. That's your starting lineup here for the Best Colorful Creation Heat Race number 2. Who will put their name right alongside Doug Ungari as the green flag is up. Heat race number 2 is underway. Great start by Smith, but Charlie's right there. Down the back straightaway is the John Deere 015 entry. Look at Millen work the bottom of the Speedway. He's going to go underneath the team car there. The 77H of Jordan Henn that works the outside. There's Casey Vietti. He had himself a strong heat race last week at Volusia. Picked up a win. Has a lot of ground to make up if he wants to pick up another heat race win here tonight. Lap number 1 going to go to the number 45 here tonight. That's the driver out of Wilton, New York. Justin Smith leads him here, but Paul LaCourte and Josiah Millen doing a little bit of a dance. As LaCourte going to get a great run. He's going to rocket down the straightaway away from Millen. Millen's now going to be side by side here with the 77H of Jordan Henn. It's the tire changer versus the driver. Who's going to groove and siphon the tires here tonight? Right now, both these drivers are battling for that final transfer position. Henn has it. Millen wants it. Vietti says, boys, if you figure it out, I'm going to follow whoever gets that pass done. Millen works the inside of the Speedway once again. Justin Smith still out front leading. 7 laps to go. This is the battle that you're watching for the transfer position. 3 wide out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Millen's going to nerf bar a little bit there with the 45, and Millen's going to lose the spot. Jordan Henn now going to go under attack. Little contact there out of turn number 3. Right now, it's Casey Vietti, 1 spot out. Jordan Henn trying to hang on. Races at the Grandview Speedway in the modified division. Sportsman champion. Trying to lock himself into the field. Missed the field last week by 3 positions. Still Smith out front, 5 laps to go as we continue to watch that transfer spot. Here comes Millen. Millen gonna throw a slider. Not gonna be able to clear the 45, but he got a great run out of turn number 2. Millen trying to, contact down there in 3. More contact down to 4. It's gonna be Vietti holding on to the spot. Millen's gonna fall back. 3 to go this time. Bennett's back here trying to make up some ground with the 9NY. The Epic Media 9NY of Alex Oriens back here. They're doing side-by-side things. Andrew Plank right now following these two trying to figure it out. But this time, popsicle sticks go in the air here for heat race number 2. Justin Smith out front. Does anybody have anything for the driver out of New York? Final lap on the Speedway here, and Justin Smith leads them. Charlie's going to throw one last-ditch effort down to the bottom. He's not going to be able to get it done. Justin Smith is going to pick up this heat race in the final transfer spot. Jordan Henn will hang on to that one. Casey Vietti, Josiah Millen, Alex Oriens, Donald Bennett, Andrew Plank all will have to go to a last-chance qualifier here tonight. So as Smith picks up that one, that'll take us right in to the heat race number 3. This is how heat race number 3 is going to take to the grid. It's the driver out of Canada driving the number 86. It is Kelly Dahl. To his outside, it's the Misfit Motorsports, Eddie's Meat Market, Best Colorful Creation, number 81. That is Jimmy McIntyre Jr. Behind him, driving out of the Midwest Mafia, it's the 21 of Matt Huff. Dylan Rabtoy. In the number 22 will roll off 4th here tonight. It's the Smith Racing Inc. It's the boss man, the 96 of Al Smith Jr. Starting in the 6th position, driving the 136 out of Indiana, this is Chris Brown. Robbie Schaefer out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, in the Full Moon Garage, number 97 to roll off 7th. It's the Bellman of Alex Bell. He'll roll off in the 8th position. Colin Phillip is 9th with the 53, and J-Mac, Justin McDuff, will roll off 10th here tonight. That is the Best Colorful Creation starting lineup here for heat race number 3. So it'll be another 10 drivers onto the Speedway here trying to lock themselves in. iRacing pace truck down and away, and let's put it back up on the board and See if we can get this one rocking and rolling. 12 laps the distance here, heat race number 3. Kelly Dahl has a great rocket ship down the back straightaway. He'll rocket ahead of Matt Huff, but Huff will run the bottom side of the speedway. Dahl will lead it at the line. Look at the best colorful creations. Number 81, McIntyre, out to the outside also. It's the boss man still holding strong back there on the inside lane. Knock, knock on the door. Kelly, here comes the 21. Matt Huff down to the bottom side of the speedway. He's going to bump up in front. Contact. Kelly Dahl checked up. He got the Nerf bars contacted. Along with the 81 of McIntyre. McIntyre going to lose a lot of ground. It's right now Dylan Raptoy holding on to the final transfer spot, but there'll be 3 wide. Kelly Dahl up into the outside wall. He'll ride the wall down the back straightaway. He'll lose the transfer spot. Now he's going to be battling for the 7th position. Started on the front row, led lap number 1, and now has fallen back here to running into the 6th, now 7th position. McIntyre is going to fall a spot there to Smith. Here comes Raptoy in the Rays Die and Tubing entry. Robbie Schaefer, currently with 7 laps to go, holds the final transfer spot here tonight. Look how close Raptoy was down there to the inside retaining wall. You would have thought he was trying to make a hot pit here tonight. He's going to get real close once again. The outside lane's working. The inside lane is working here tonight. 5 laps to go. High five from the flagman, this time by Dave Farney. Says 5 to go. Just like that, they come back around. Robbie Schaefer going to touch the outside wall in the front straightaway. He was trying to set the Full Moon Garage 97 to get into the corner. Got into the outside wall. Raptoy still holds that position. Kelly Dahl's worked his way back up into 6th with his number 86. But will he have enough time? Because 3 laps to go, not a lot of time. The boss man coming for 1 here. Al Smith Jr. working the outside of the speedway. The coach's corner, number 96. Looking to take the race lead. Trying to bring Jimmy McIntyre with him. 2 laps to go, and Smith led that time by at the line. Still a drag race down the back straightaway here. Smith really going to fudge that car into the outside there, but that's going to open up the door. Here comes the 81 of McIntyre. They were 3 wide to take the white flag. First man back to the start-finish line will win this one. Smith going to work the high side once again. Matt down to the bottom. Drag race. Smith's going to win heat race number 3 here tonight. So 2 of the Smith Racing Inc. entries came to play here tonight. Kelly Dahl, Colin Phillips, J-Mac, Chris Brown, and Alex Bell will all have to go to a last chance qualifier. And just like that, it is time for the last chance qualifier here tonight, who will be able to lock themselves in to the Dan Dubuque Memorial 61. This is how they're going to take the grid. Starting on the front row, driving the number 24N out of New York, this is Nicholas Weatherby. To his outside, driving the 45, the youngster, KCB Eddie. Kelly Dahl will start 3rd here in the last chance qualifier with the number 15 of David Konjerski. To his behind them, row number 3, driving the number 40, it's Josiah Millen. Colin Phillip will roll off in 6th here with Nathan Weatherby in the 25 and in 7th. Alex Orions in the 9 and Y will roll off 8th here tonight. J-Max got the Empire Race Team, number 20, scheduled to roll off 9th. Scott Austin in the 5 out of Illinois will roll off 10th. Donald Bennett will start 11th here tonight with Chris Brown starting very deep into the field. He'll roll off 12th. 13th here tonight to go to the 926 of Richard French. He'll start 13th. Andrew Plank will start 14th with the mailman, Alex Bell, in 15th. That is your starting lineup here for the last chance qualifier. Gonna tack a couple laps onto this one here for the last chance qualifier for all you race fans. Everybody loves extra racing. 15 laps gonna be the distance. Green flag up into the air. We're racing here in the last chance qualifier. Nicholas Weatherby with a great start as He'll actually jump out here. Look at him 3 wide. Look at Kelly. Look at him stacked up 3 wide back here. It's Bennett. It's Oriens. That is going to be the number 5 of Scott Austin to the outside. Look at Chris Brown getting banged around like a pinball. 4 wide out of 2. Bellman, French, Plank, Alex Oriens all were 4 wide and hung on to it somehow. The boys came to play here tonight. Right now, though, we are looking to take the top 4 out of the last chance qualifier here. That position being held by now Kelly Dahl. Everybody trying to find a home as they work down the back straightaway. It's Weatherby, it's Bietti, it's Millen, it's Weatherby, it's Dahl. Track looking very racy here tonight. Kelly Dahl working the outside of the Speedway. They pulled out a backup car. The car was severely damaged. Look at Nathan Weatherby work the inside of the Speedway. Konjerski working the outside. Look at McDuff. He's been picking up positions. Bennett up here right on the high side. He just got around the number 5 of Scott Austin. Oh, they're all going to make contact down into the corner. Scott Austin was a sandwich there as Andrew Plank came in. Bennett was out in front of him. They're going 3 wide. Chris Brown trying to work his way through the field. He started on the back row. Konjerski trying to follow Kelly Dahl around the outside. That's Nathan Weatherby still working the inside of the Speedway. Josiah Millen also still working the inside of the Speedway. There's still some moisture down there. He's able to turn some really quick laps, but here comes Casey Bietti. Right on board with our Ski Graphics onboard camera. Barely gets to the full throttle at the end of the straightaway. Millen's going to slide up in front of the 45. Now everybody is starting to migrate to the top side of the Speedway. Now working the bottom side. Nathan Weatherby down to the inside of the 25. Konjerski's riding high, wide, and handsome in the Ski Graphics, number 15. He's going to get around for 5th. It'll be 10 to go when they hit the line this time in the last chance qualifier. Bennett just dropped the spot there as Chris Brown got around him. Bennett's going to be about 3 wide in the 31B. Bellman into the outside wall. He's going to keep it wound up, though. He's going to unleash the beast here. Going to push Bennett down into the corner. Now he's going to be able to get to the outside, possibly. Bennett going to slide back up out of turn 2. Pushing him down the straightaway. Here comes Bell. He's going to try to throw the slider. Bennett's going to cross over. They're going to be 3 wide at the start-finish line. Boy, 3 wide racing plentifully here tonight. One of them going to go around. Caution lights on to the Speedway here with 8 laps to go. And it looks like it's the 926. Richard French has gone around. Let's take it back here. Watch the replay. What happened to the driver of the 926? Oh, catches the right rear into the outside wall. Jumps the cushion. The driver out of Greenville, New York. Frenchie. Watch our blimp coverage here tonight. It's got the right rear into the fence, and it tumbled. So that'll be the first caution flag of the evening coming out. So they're going to re-rack them, restack them, and I believe since it's under 10 to go, it might be a single file restart here. We're going to find out when we turn them loose. iRacing pace car lights are off, and that is going to be the indication that we will go single file restart. That's the man on the front row. Nicholas Weatherby, the driver out of Evanston, New York. The butt kicker, Venmo, as he fires back off. 7 laps to go here in the last chance qualifier. Top 4 going to advance, in the 4th place driver, Kelly Dahl. Konjerski and Weatherby. That's Nathan Weatherby. Right now on the outside looking in. Go on board here. You're riding with Kelly Dahl in that final transfer spot. You see that Ski Graphics number 15. It's a beautiful looking machine. For Konjerski, caution lights going to come back out onto the Speedway. Caution lights coming on. The 64 of Andrew Plank. And the Rowdy Energy number 64 has gone around. what happened to Andrew Plank. Oh, him and Bennett gonna touch. Right front, left rear. Andrew Plank gonna go around. Watch with our ski graphics on board. Just two drivers coming together, making unfortunate contact. That's going to put now Andrew Plank a little bit behind the 8 ball. Kelly Dahl would really like to make the field here tonight with that flannel. Numbers 86, the driver out of Canada, getting ready to gear it up and ready to go back green flag. High Racing pace truck can make the left-hand turn this time out of turn number 4. It'll be 5 to go. 5 laps to go. Top 4 cars advance to the main. Weatherby with another great start as he shoots out down the back straightaway. There's Millen running in second. He's to the high side with Casey Bietti. Kelly Dahl still holding on. That's Nathan Weatherby. Right now he's under attack by the 136 of Chris Brown. Brown finished on the podium last week, and now he's on the verge of not making it here in week number 2. He's got to pick up a couple more positions. Last season came on as a rookie midway through the season and let it be known that he was here, and he was here to be a force to reckon with. He'll pick up that position from Nathan Weatherby. That'll put Weatherby back to 7th. Brown will pick up his 6th position here. He goes to 6th with 2 laps to go. He'll need a caution flag here to bunch him back up because with 2 to go, it's Kelly Dahl. He has to pick up 2 positions as Brown. He'll have to get around Konjerski and Dahl, but it does not look like he's going to be able to because it will be this time by the white flag for the last chance qualifier. It's the final lap around here before we go to the main. Bietti going to go high side here, try and see if he can pick up the spot here on the Millen machine. He'll give it the last-ditch effort down to the bottom. Millen working the high side. Look at Konjerski. It's going to be Nicholas Weatherby picking up the win here in the last chance qualifier. Then it'll be Millen, Bietti, Kelly Dahl, and Konjerski. Everybody else going to have to go home. Chris Brown will be an alternate here tonight, along with Konjerski. So as we have a 5-minute intermission here, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in. But at this point, we have to get the invocation in, and we'll be right back here to talk to our last chance qualifier winner.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air,
The Upstate Racing League's Bartell Builders Big Block Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network is brought to you by Bartell Builders. New construction, repairs, and installs. Bartell Builders has you covered. R&R Auto Graphics. Look your best. Beth's Colorful Creation, the official cake provider of the URL. Scuny's Country Store, full-service deli and grocery store.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Lanier Raceplex here tonight for the Dan Dubuque Memorial number 61. We have a quick second here. Let's walk down trackside here and talk with our last chance qualifier. Weatherby, you were able to hold the 24N into the top spot here. How'd the track feel out there in the last chance qualifier? You will start deep in the A main.
The track was actually not that bad, but as the race went on, it became harder because your rear tires are in the grip, your front is not, so it's really hard to keep the car stable, especially on the straights.
Not doing a lot of track prep here tonight in between the B main and the A main. How's that going to work yourself from the back to the front?
I'm just going to be taking it easy and try and get through any cautions if any do happen, but I am hoping I'll slowly make my way up the field, especially on the top, but I have a feeling the bottom will definitely come in as the race goes on.
All right, well, Weatherby, good luck here tonight as it looks like we're getting ready to gear up to grid these machines.
Thank you.
There you heard from the last chance qualifier. Weatherby going to start very deep into the field here tonight for the main event. So let's go down trackside here and walk through your starting lineup. This is how your starting lineup will grade here tonight for the Dan Dubuque Memorial 61. It'll be Doug Ungari out of Montana starting P number 1 here tonight. Right alongside him, the driver out of New York driving the 45. It is Justin Smith. Behind them, it's the boss man, Al Smith Jr. Those are your 3 heat race winners. Brett Bartels will roll off the 2B in 4th, and it'll be Charlie Hayes in the 15, or the 015, starting in 5th. 6th will go to the 21 of Matt Huff. That'll be the number 99, last week's winner of Cole Day. Justin Fuller in the 51 Aftermath Motorsports driver. He will start. They're running 8th. 9th will go to Jimmy McIntyre, the Misfits Motorsports. Best Colorful Creations, number 81. He'll go 9th. Brian Hacker, the 11 Illinois, the Smith Racing Inc. entry, will go 10th. It'll be the 33R of Paul LaCour and his Magic Bus Racing. He'll go 11th. The number 22 of Dylan Rabtoy is scheduled to roll off into the 12th position. 13th will go to Wayne McDuff in the number 1W. Then it'll be Jordan Head in the 77H. He'll start 14th, making his first A main this season. Robbie Schaefer will go 15th here tonight. 16th will go to your last chance qualifier, the 24N of Weatherby. It looks like that it'll be Josiah Millen starting 17th out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania. It'll be Casey Bietti in 18th in the 45. Kelly Dahl will start 19th here tonight. Kinjerski in 20th. And your alternates, which I believe are going to be Chris Brown, but it looks like Brown is actually going to start this event with Nathan Weatherby. Justin McDuff, Alex Bell will not take the grid here tonight. That is your starting lineup as you see the cars on the field. The field is called the Lanier Raceplex. We're getting ready. 61 laps of dirt slinging action. Doug Ungari will lead us down. Pace truck in, the green flag is up. 61 laps on the board. Here we go, race fans. Round number 2 is underway. Oh, going around already. The 99 of Cole Day. The caution lights are going to come on. Cole Day down to turn 1 having some problems, so I believe we're going for, looks like the green flag is going to stay out here, actually. So, lap 1 goes to Doug Ungari. Cole Day fires back off. He'll be well behind the 8 ball back there, running in the 23rd position. 23 cars did take the grid here tonight. There's the battle for the race lead. Doug Ungari riding high, wide, handsome. There's Smith and Smith. That's Al Smith to the bottom. Justin Smith on the outside. Here comes Justin Fuller. Fuller moving up 4 spots. He'll pick up 4th from Charlie Hayes. Hayes going to work the outside, still working backwards. Here comes Bartels in the 2B. 2B of Bartell's trying to squeeze through the middle. Not going to be able to. Hacker going to slam the door on him. Hacker's working the bottom. Look at Jimmy McIntyre. He throws a little bit of a slider, but it's not going to work as here comes the Full Moon Garage. Number 97 of Robbie Schaefer down to the bottom side of the Speedway. Driver out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania, trying to make the bottom and the middle work here. He'll now slide up in front of Jimmy McIntyre. So Schaefer going to pick it up. B number 9. Here comes Smith. Smith's going to lead down the back straightaway as Ungari got a little loose on the top shelf here. And it will be the boss man leading here in the A main tonight. So Smith, caution lights coming on. Caution on the Speedway. Paul LaCourte, the 33R, the R&R Auto Machine going around. Looks like possibly Wade McDuff may have got involved in that one also. So caution lights on the Speedway. Let's take a look back here. What happened to Paul LaCourte? Not sure if something transpired before that, as that was the caution flag right there. Let's see if we can throw it back a little bit farther. Now there's the 1W of Wade McDuff, so we know it's right in that area. If we can get the truck to go back just a little bit farther. So it is Wade McDuff going around off the front bumper of the 33R of LaCourte. So the two team cars making some contact, and they're both figuring it out here. So right now, the boss man, Al Smith, is out front here. Doug Ungari, Justin Fuller, Justin Smith, Charlie Hayes back to running 5th. Brian Hacker, Brett Bartels, Dylan Rabtoy, Robbie Schaefer, McIntyre, Huff, and Nicholas Weatherby. One driver down on pit road. It looks like the 86 of Kelly Dahl is trying to come back out onto the Speedway. This time by, we're going to get the one lap before we turn them loose. So a good start here at Lanier. A rough one for Cole Day, but he'll get a second chance. He needed that caution flag. Of course, last week's winner at the Volusian Speedway. Al Smith says it's time to fire it off. Here we go. Back to green flag racing. Al going to get a great start. It's going to put Doug Ungari down to the bottom side of the Speedway. He got a great run into turn 1, but he'll lose all the momentum out of turn 2. Now it's opposite here. Caution lights coming right back on the Speedway. Caution lights coming back on. As it looks like possibly Wade McDuff has gone around. Let's check it out. 1W. Oh, a big checkup down on the bottom side. Jordan Henn got turned around also. Watch that 77H there working the bottom side of the Speedway. The 21 gets a little sideways. Nowhere for Konjerski, nowhere for McDuff to go. So a couple cars come together. See Henn right now. Looks like Henn's going to be giving his position back. We'll see if that sticks. Kelly Dahl going to get a lap back here, I'm being told by the officials. There you see the driver out of Canada. He'll go to the outside there, and he'll come back around the Speedway. Lights coming back out on the truck. We're not ready to go this time. Not yet. Everybody trying to sort out where they're supposed to be running. Of course, our iRacing crew always getting it correct. Of course, Dave Farney keeping these guys in check. Luce Wheeler tonight behind the wheel of that iRacing official pace truck. We did not get a lap green, so we will go back to a single file restart here. It'll be Smith, it'll be Ungari. iRacing pace truck down and away. Reshuffle, here they come. Doug Ungari gonna jump straight to the bottom side of the Speedway. Can he get Smith? Maybe he found something down there last time. He'll come out of turn 2, and he's got the rocket ship underneath him. Ungari back to the point here, but will it stick? See if we can get the lap. If we get the lap, Ungari scored as the leader here tonight. Al Smith not going to go away just like that. Here he comes. Right on board with the ski graphics. Look at Smith. Hold Ungari straight to the bottom side of the speedway. Did the boss man find something up top? There's Justin Fuller down to the inside. Ungari going to slip a little bit. He's going to show Smith the bumper. Pushes Smith up the speedway. Look up the top side of the track, though. They're 3 wide back here. That's Hacker, that's Haynes. That's also the 45 of Justin Smith. Ungari still leading. It looks like everybody's been spread out towards the back of the field. Wonder if something happened here. There you see Chris Brown just barely made it into the main event by the skin of his teeth as an alternate position. Ungari going to slip. That's going to open up the middle groove once again. Here comes Al Smith. The coach's corner, Upstate Racing, number 96, a driver out of South Glen Falls, New York. Look at that 45 of Justin Smith. They'll roll the outside. Look at Fuller. He's going to fill the bottom side. Wherever you look, there is racing action, and it's hot, it is heavy. 13 in the books, working lap number 14 here tonight. Looks like some racing action back here. Josiah Millen rolling the bottom side of the speedway. Looks like the 21 down to pit road. Matt Huff pulling her to pit road for the time being. Hacker working the bottom side of the speedway also. Oh, Ungari's up the track. That's going to open the bottom groove. Ungari's going to lose a ton of position. Al Smith and Fuller once again doing the jig. Side-by-side battle. That 51 last week led a ton of laps. The driver out of Green, New York. Gonna slide the South Glen Falls driver. Al Smith with a crossover. Smith's gonna hold the bottom side of the speedway. Fuller making him stay honest, but as these two battle, look who's sitting back there in the 3rd position. Here comes the champ, Brian Hacker, now back into the fold. Ungari has fallen a couple spots back. Now you see Justin Smith to the outside. Robbie Schaefer right there. Caution flag coming out. Caution flag on the speedway. Possibly the 2B of Brett Bartels has gone around. Possibly, I'm being told. Or check it out. What is the iRacing paint? Oh, right there. You see the 2B up into the outside wall. Oh, sideways. Go. Gets a little help there from Casey Bietti. He goes around and keeps his foot in it, and Chris Brown nowhere to go. Right on board with Chris Brown right here. Oh, Brown tried to go to the outside to miss the spinning car. Fortunately, ran out of real estate. Looks like the 2B of Bartels will tag the rear of the field here. What a good battle we've had towards the front of the field. Of course, there's racing all throughout here tonight at Lanier. This is round number 2 here for the Bartel Builders Big Block Series, presented by Upstate Racing League here tonight for the Dan Dubuque 61. It's the memorial race for our good friend. Had the pleasure of calling some of the Upstate races when Dan Dubuque was racing on the asphalt side of things. He would have loved to be here with the dirt portion. Al Smith carrying his friend's name on that car. Trying to park in victory lane tonight. Patrick down to the way. Fuller chooses the outside lane as he was the race leader there. He controls it down into turn number 1. Off the bar camera here, presented tonight by Best Colorful Creation with your race leader. Look at everybody hanging out. Working lap number 20 of the evening. One of them going way up there. That's Rabtoy in the race. Diet tubing number 22. He's going to go up there and try and get some. The only driver out of Vermont tonight here in the field making the A main event. Look at Smith. He's going to have some problems. Here comes Charlie. He's going to throw the John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer on the bottom side of the speedway. He can get it wound up. He can go down and dig it. Catfishing around the bottom side of the speedway here tonight. Hacker says, I'm going to slide Rabtoy, and he does, up to the outside of the track. That's going to put the Mountain Man, Ungari, back into the fold here. He's trying to get around the Hamburg hot dog, Robbie Schaefer, the Full Moon Garage, number 97, as they work down the back straightaway. Schaefer powers back around. Oh, here comes Casey Bietti. He's going to slide into the fold. Look at the 99 of Cold Day. 4 wide racing. 4 wide. Look at the 24 and of Weatherby. He came from the last chance qualifier. He started outside the top 15 here tonight, and he's battling for a top 10 position. Ungari falling backwards. Oh, the 81. McIntyre going to get turned around. The 15 going to go around also. Caution lights on the Speedway. Huge checkup down there. McIntyre, Konjerski, Wade McDuff, Scott Alston all getting pieces of this one. Very quick to the call here for the truck. Watch them all. Watch the 81, the best colorful creation. Oh, taps the brakes, and unfortunately with the slick track that's developing here in the main event, everybody kind of gets wadded up there. Watch on board here. This is the 1W of Wade McDuff. There, you heard him. He didn't even get back to the throttle. He was just trying to check up the 1W machine. Fortunately, he got wrapped up in that one. That's the second one that McDuff has been involved in here at the main event. It's not the night so far that Wayne has wanted. Driver out of Hudson Falls, New York. There's your race leader, though, Justin Fuller, picking up right where he started last week, and that was out front, leading the most laps. Led 41 out of the 50 scheduled at Volusia. Kelly Dahl going to get another one of those back. Taking a look at it right now, the Jordan Hen 77H has pulled it to pit road. Looks like his night may possibly be done here at Lanier. Also looks like Nathan Weatherby has pulled the 25 to the garage. I was being told that there was actually some wheel issues on the number 20 of Justin McDuff. He was scheduled to take the green flag here tonight in the A main for the Dan W 61 Memorial. But unfortunately, wheel issues for the 20 puts him behind the ball. That's why you saw Nathan Weatherby get the nod to the main event. Green flag back up into the air here, though, after our 4th caution flag of the evening. Fuller gonna go back down to the bottom. Look at Smith. He's having to defend there for that second position. Smith has company, and it's not just Hacker or Schaefer. That is Charlie down to the bottom side of the Speedway. Driver out of Connecticut trying to make it done. The only driver out of Connecticut. Drivers we said are from everywhere, race fans. And looks like some trouble towards the back of the field for Scott Austin. We'll see if that gets a caution flag. It looks like he gets fired back off. And Gary back down to the bottom here. Martell's making his way up through the field. Going to try to slide up in front of the 40 of Millen. Now he's going to slide up. Millen's going to give him the bumper bar once again. Millen now going to try and maybe go through the middle of the track. 3 wide. It's the 9NY of Alex Oriens down there. Millen throws the slider. Bartels throws him the bumper. They'll race it down into the corner once again. Millen going to slide. Not going to be able to quite get there. Weatherby 3 wide here. That's the 45 of Smith to the bottom. They're going to sandwich the youngster. That's the Nice Designs number 99 of Cole Day. Halfway home this time by. Fuller's out front, doing exactly what he needs to do. He sees Big Smith back there. That's the boss man in his rearview mirror. Look at Chucky holding off the defending champion. In the late model side of things, I should say. Last year when we ran the pro late models, Hacker was able to put outstanding stats on the board. They're still 3 wide stacked up back here. They trying to work around the 00 of Doug Ungari. There's Chris Brown in the 136. Look at him. Look at Weatherby hold the outside. This is close quarters racing. You cannot get any closer than these 3 drivers were that time by. Now it separates down to 2 wide racing. Chris Brown got stuck behind the 00 there of Doug Ungari. Ungari gets a good drive into the corner, just can't get off the corner. Cole Day also has slipped a little bit. Look at how close they get. Great camera shots here tonight by the crew at Lanier. That 22 of Dylan Rabtoy still working way up top side of the speedway. Oh, that was the 24N. Or actually, that was the 45. Bietti going to go up into the wall. He's going to get a boot there from the 24N to point it back straight. They make contact. Green flag stays in the air as nobody went around. That'll allow the number 99 a call day, and now here comes the 00. They both get around, so it'll be Day back to 7th. That's right where he started here on the drop of the green flag, but lap number 1, he took the spin on the inside and had to go all the way to the back of the field. That outside lane is really working for the 22 of Rabtoy. Everybody's down to the bottom side. Rabtoy says, I'm going to go where they ain't. And the only place they ain't, and that's to the outside. Maybe he knows something we don't know. 25 laps to go. Hacker goes up a lane to try and get around Robbie Schaefer. Of course, Robbie having a real strong car last week also. Robbie finished in the 5th position as Hacker finished 4th last week, and they're battling inside the top 5 here once again. 24 laps to go. A main event here tonight, round number 2. Look at them back here. One of them up and over. One of them up and over, and that is going to be the 24N. Nicholas Weatherby on the side of that big block modified. He'll have to take the tow as we slow here. Weatherby up into the outside wall. This is the replay. Watch the 24N. Just catches the right rear on the fence and climbs it. Does not stick the landing. The Canadian judge, I'm looking over at it. Not a good score by the Canadian judge on that one. Only a 4. Right on board. They're on board here with Weatherby. See him come to a rest. It's not what he wanted to do after winning that last chance qualifier, and he was working his way through the field. Have to see if he can bring her back out here tonight. Already over halfway, closing in on 20 laps to go. Looks like Kelly Dog going to get another one of those waves, and I believe this is going to put him now back onto the lead lap. So good for Kelly Dahl as he'll now be in contention to pick up some positions. He has picked up a couple positions by staying out there and working his way through some of this traffic as he went from being 24th to it looks like he'll restart right around the 18th position. iRacing pace truck lights are off, so we're going to get ready to go green flag racing once again. It'll be Fuller to the inside, Smith to the outside, green flag back up into the air. It'll be 22 to go at the line. Look at Charles Haynes. Smith going to fire back to the outside, see if he can get something working up there. Look at the 22. Rabtoy still up there banging down the fence. Couple of them going around. Alex Oriens in the 9NY, Millen, and then the 2B of Bartels. Looks like Alex Orien's trying to get the car refired. Bartel's going to have to go down to pit road. Millen refires and keeps it going. The green flag stays in the air. 20 laps to go. 20 laps to go. Fuller out front by about a half a second race lead. Look at Smith. He got bumped up there by the Hacker machine, the 11 Illinois. Look at Cole Day. He's coming back up through the picture. Last time we looked for Day, he was 7th. Now he's 6th. That's Doug Ungari right there. Casey Bietti still hanging on. I'm still impressed by the 22 of Dylan Rabtoy riding the fence, ripping the lip here tonight. He's really going to ride the fence that time down the straightaway. They're going to stack him up on the bottom. Chris Brown going to go around. Paul LaCourte also getting involved. Now the caution light's going to come on. Caution lights coming on as Chris Brown got it turned around. Let's take the look. How they all get stacked up down here. Brown drives it off into the corner, and oh, Bietti looked like he was trying to gather it up when Brown got there, and McDuff. There you see LaCourte in the 33R. Riding on board with LaCourte. Was able to just make left front contact with that wheel. I'm not sure if there's much damage on it, if any. See McDuff, he's also going to get a piece of this one. So Brown goes around, McDuff's involved, LaCourte's involved, and 45 of Casey Bietti. So Fuller are giving another restart here. They're going to line them back up 2 by 2. Trying to take a look to see if anybody went to the back of the field on that one. I believe Chris Brown's going to claim that, so Chris Brown will go to the back. This is a big help here for Brett Bartels, and of course, Josiah Mill. Looks like Casey Bietti also going to tag the back of the field. Green flag back up into the air. 17 laps to go here after our caution flag, and Hacker now working the inside of the Speedway. Does he have what it takes to go up there? Charlie really digging with the John Deere entry. Smith still there. Look at Cole Day. He's going to try and make it 3 wide. Not going to be able to make it past the 97 of Schaefer, but Smith down to the bottom side. Look at old Al. He's still able to wheel it. Dave running about the middle groove there while Smith still works down to the bottom side. Guess where Rabtoy is, race fans? Yep, you guessed it. Still up against that top shelf there. Has he left the top shelf tonight? I believe only on a restart. Look at Robbie Schaefer really making the outside still hang there. Hacker took that position a couple laps ago, and ever since, Robbie Schaefer's just been able to hold the outside lane. Willie Mays Hayes, that's Charlie Hayes out there. Got Smiths just pushing the back bar there on the number 11 of Hacker. Now he loses a little ground, and see if he can wheel and deal. We're getting closer to the 10 laps to go marker. There's Paul LaCourte. He's moved up in his magic bus. Valley View Firewood on board the R&R Auto Graphics M&M Country Store. Bruno's repair number 33R. He works underneath Dylan Raptoy. There's Wade McDuff in the 1W. Millen's right there. Kelly Dahl still out there turning laps. Casey Bietti having some problems, and I believe one of them going to go around. Casey Bietti was all sorts of out of shape. That's the 21. Matt Huff going to go around, and he gets it refired. So for the time being, we stay green. Looking back there you see Hacker working the inside still. Everybody sets the car down into the corner. They come. 9 laps to go, this time by at the line. It's still Fuller, it's still Haynes, it's still Schaefer, then Hacker, Smith, Day, Ungari, Justin Smith back there, and caution lights coming on. Caution lights with 8 laps to go. Caution. There it is, the 136. Chris Brown. He was back here just behind Josiah Millen, in between the 2B. Oh! Hard tumble for Chris Brown. Casey Bietti gets a piece. Right on board here with Brown. Chris Brown has to go to pit road here tonight. He will not get a finishing position. That is going to be our Hard Luck Award driver, or Tough Luck Award driver, I should say, is going to go to Chris Brown here tonight, brought to us by, of course, our friends over there at the Bolden Racing. Racing to Stop Bullying. So Chris Brown picking up the award. You know, he may not want that award, but unfortunately, he's going to pick it up here tonight. Looks like the lights on the iRacing pace truck are off, so it'll be Fuller, Hayes, Schaefer, Hacker, Smith, Day, Ungari ready to fire them back up. Single file restart here. Inside 10 laps to go. 7 to go at the line. Fuller trying to do something he couldn't do last week, was close it out. Carly's been hanging right there all night long. What does the John Deere machine have to say? It'll be 6 to go. Hacker still trying to work the bottom side of the speedway. Schaefer's just been able to hold him at bay. There you see Hacker once again down to the bottom side of the speedway. Two drivers that have a lot of dirt racing experience against each other. 5 laps to go. High five that time by. Just 5 more laps here tonight in the Dan Dubuque 61 Memorial. Can Fuller do it for the OGs? Will he be able to? 4 laps to go, and it's looking pretty solid. One into the outside wall there. That's the 33R of Paul LaCourte. See him trying to battle back through the field. Millen has rebounded pretty nicely. He is up to the 11th position. Raptoy has now finally, here in the late stages, come off the fence. Fuller still out front. The battle is still for that 3rd and final podium position. Oh, Hayes got a little sideways there. Those two had to check up as the popsicle sticks come into the air. 2 to go here tonight. 2 laps to go. Fuller saying, boys, let's cross the line and get the white flag tonight. This time by, white flag is up. White flag, final lap around. Battle for 3rd still brewing. Fuller has himself a solid command here. Ungari got to go around on the final lap. Last-ditch effort for Hacker. Not going to be able to do it. Couldn't hold on to it last week, but Justin Fuller will win the Dan Dubuque Memorial here tonight at Lanier. Hayes will come home in 2nd. What a drive for him. Robbie Schaefer finishing there in 3rd. Brian Hacker in 4th. Cole Day rallies to 5th. Al Smith falls to 6th. Paul LaCourte in 7th. Then it's going to be Justin Smith falling back to 8th. Josiah Millen in 9th. Then Dylan Rabtoy there running in the 10th and final position inside the top 10. Of course, the timing and scoring on the left-hand side of your screen, of course, unofficial here tonight. But there's your winner. That is official. Driver out of Green, New York. Going to be able to park it in victory lane here tonight. Wasn't quite able to get it done last week, but he does here this week. A good run for Fuller. Schaefer's able to also podium, but man, the talk of the town may be the driver out of that 0:15 entry of Hayes as he is able to hold on to that podium position. Race fans, we're going to take a quick break here at Lanier after the Dan Dubuque Memorial. We're going to get ready for our post-race show. And once we have our top 3 competitors, we'll be back here to hear how their nights went at Lanier.
The Upstate Racing League's Bartell Builders Big Block Series on the Turn 3 Racing Network is brought to you by Bartell Builders. New construction, repairs, and installs. Bartell Builders has you covered. Carpy's RC Wraps. The leader in RC car wraps. Find out more at carpys.com. Belden Motorsports. Racing to stop bullying. M&M Country Stores. The gas and convenience stop for the URL. The iRacing Asphalt Sprint Cup Series. Racing Sundays and Tuesdays.
Welcome back here, race fans, to Lanier for the Dan Dubuque Memorial 61 race. And boy, what a race that we just watched here at Lanier. We completed 61 laps. This week, Justin Fuller was able to hang on for the win here at Lanier. Something he wasn't able to do last week in the closing stages. He came in clutch, though, this week. He put his foot down and said, tonight is the night. It is my race here at Lanier. So let's head down trackside to talk to the driver of the 51 out of New York. Well, tonight, Justin, you're able to get it done. Tell us how you were able to wheel and deal the Aftermath 51 tonight around Lanier.
I mean, it wasn't much throttle, that's for sure. It was pretty slick out there, so it was all about keeping them rear tires underneath the car and not getting too sideways, and grip down as much as you could. So, track was really smooth out there, really flat, no moisture. So, made it fun to drive, that's for sure.
Top side of the track was where the spot was early in this race. Did the car like it up there, or was it the middle to the bottom? Because this track, you could run anywhere at one point.
I wouldn't know, because I kind of last week I got beat because I ran the top. So this week I kind of focused on when the track wore out to run the middle to the bottom, and that's kind of where I ran the entire night. I don't think I ever snipped the top once, not even on lap one. So, and I started 8th. I think I got to the bottom immediately. So we just rolled the bottom all night, worked that in, and we kind of just played our hand down there.
Well, you're able to get things done. You were able to hold off Charlie back there, who had a very strong car. Of course, Robbie and Hacker were really battling hard. I'm sure you really enjoyed seeing that behind you. Well, actually, I don't even think you run the mirror, so I guess we can't even say that about those drivers. But I can tell you, they had one heck of a battle. But tonight, of course, being in a memorial race for Dan Dubuque, one of the drivers that you got to race against early on here with the Upstate Racing League, how does it feel to go to victory lane at one of his favorite tracks in his name?
Oh, it's a great feeling. I actually won the Super Late Model race here a couple months back for the Super Late Model Pro Series for the Upstate Racing League, and that Dan Dubuque race. So obviously we all miss him. I know there's a lot of guys in here that never got the chance to meet him or talk to him or race with him. I'm one of the fortunate ones that had. So it's awesome. I know I just won that race, but it's comical that his favorite track is because he used to pick on me quite a bit. It's comical that his favorite track is probably my least favorite track. So, for whatever reason, we can end up on top here, though, pavement or asphalt somehow or another, and make it work.
Well, you made it work here tonight. You didn't lead the most laps, but you're going to lead the most important lap here tonight. You do seal the deal and put it in victory lane. Well, let's roll this red carpet out for you for the first time this season. Hand you the microphone, and I'll step back because I guess COVID's still a thing. And who do you got to thank tonight here at Lanier?
I got to thank Bartell Builders and for sponsoring the league. Thank Al Smith for all that he does and all the admins at the Upstate Racing League for putting this on. This is a great event. What a great series. A lot of fun. Thank everybody for watching. Thank you for putting on the broadcast. I got Merrill Acres and Green Bull Drum on the side of this thing. I want to thank Scott Stenzel, Personal Comfort. Thank all my teammates at Aftermath Motorsports. Thank everybody in the race. That was a lot of fun. Those guys raced clean. You're not going to see a much better dirt track series than that. So looking forward to wherever we go next week and keep this momentum rolling. I'll look forward to watching this broadcast back tomorrow.
Well, there you hear from the driver out of Green, New York. Rowdy Fuller going to park it in victory lane after last week's disappointment at the end of that one. This week he says he will not be let down. He will not let the crew down either. So he wins it. He parks it in victory lane. That is your winner tonight here in the Dan Dubuque Memorial 61. Justin Fuller parking her in victory lane. Coming home just in second. Boy, what a ride it was for this driver. Charlie, you're able to park the John Deere machine here on the podium. How did you get this one done? Because it was not hard, or it was not easy battling and holding off Robbie Schaefer.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how I did what I did. It was quite a battle holding off Robbie and Brian back there. I think it was just make your car as wide as you possibly can and stay smooth and hope that they don't push up into you.
Towards the end of this one, you had two veterans, not just Robbie, but you also had Hacker really coming at you, and you still had the boss man back there wheeling and dealing that if they made a mistake, he was going to shoot through it. Were you worried at any point that you were going to make a slip up here as the track really started to slick off?
Yeah, I was with a few to go. Was trying to move around a little bit, move a little lower, try and get a little bit higher, and see if there was any bite to try and get by Justin up there. But there was a couple times there where he drove it in a little too far and got a little too sideways, and you had to really make up for it on exit because those guys behind me were coming quick.
Last week, a lackluster performance in the season opener down at Volusia, but here at Lanier, you do pretty well. It was 19th last week, a second here this week. Where did the team find a lot of speed? Did you take this big block back home and really tinker on this?
Really, not much, honestly. Just tonight, it was just consistency. Drive my race. Don't worry about what's going on around me. That was the big thing, and just stay calm and just pretty much pedal the gas pedal with your big toe because you didn't really need much throttle tonight to get around Lanier.
Well, you maybe didn't need the throttle to get around Lanier, but what do you think next week when we go to Lima Land?
Oh, that's going to be even more fun. That's going to be tricky because that gets bumpy. So when that gets slicked off, it gets fun, especially with no inside wall. So I'm excited. I like the bull rings. They're a driver's track. You know, you really got to know how to handle a slick track in order to succeed on those.
Well, tonight you pick up a podium spot here. Who makes it all possible behind the scenes with this 0-1-5 entry?
I just got to thank Al for putting on the league here and Bartel Builders for sponsoring it and you in the booth for calling the races. And that's pretty much it.
Well, there you hear it from the driver out of Connecticut. Chucky will bring it home here tonight on the podium in round number 2, his best finish of the season so far. Congratulations to Chucky and that whole John Deere machine. Everybody doing a solid job over the week to get that car race ready here for Lanier. And of course, well, there's one final driver that's going to round out the podium. Hey, Mr. Hot Dog, how the heck did you do it here tonight, picking up 12 positions to finish on the podium?
Well, I did it by being really bad in time trials in my heat, so I had to start in the back. But I finally felt good in the feature. I had the car rolling pretty good on the outside, but couldn't get all the way up. But I'll take a third there.
Yeah, third is pretty solid, especially working through the field here tonight. Where did you really find the grip? This track had a lot of racing grooves early, and then towards the end of this one, it was down to the bottom. You still work the middle at the end of the race.
Yeah, for as wide as the track is, we sure weren't using a lot at the end there. Like, I was running the top. Well, I shouldn't say the top, but I was running above Hacker, and I don't know, maybe I was pinching him down, but any higher, I felt like I'd lose my back end and couldn't get any grip. So we were really just running those bottom 2 lanes there at the end.
Everybody was able to keep it clean down there. You and Hacker, not strangers of running door to door, side to side, and maybe even swapping a beer back and forth between the two of you. But how nerve-wracking, because the track did slick off, and you talked about how narrow it is. How hard is it to run that close for that many laps?
Yeah, it's really hard. And, Charlie did a really good job up there. I felt like I was a little faster than him, but he kept putting his right rear quarter panel right in kind of in the middle of my line. So I was afraid I'd get in the back of him and turn him, and wouldn't be good for any of us. But I was thinking about going a little higher, but then, Hacker's so good that you can't mess up, and he would have just drove right under me.
Well, yeah, you did what you had to do here tonight, Robbie. You're going to bring the Full Moon Garage 97 home on the podium. And if my memory serves me right, you finished just outside the podium last week, so a couple spots better. Maybe we can pick up a win next week at Lima Land?
Yeah, I think I won there last year in the late models, but I don't have a lot of time with the big blocks on a short track, so I think I might have to run a few laps there this week to see how it goes.
Well, you're going to have 7 days to get it done here, Robbie, to go practice with this Full Moon Garage number 97. Who makes it all possible on the side of this 97 here tonight?
Yeah, got to thank my sponsor, Full Moon Garage, and Upstate Racing League. Al does a great job. This is my favorite series to run all year. I look forward to it, and you guys at Turn 3 do a great job, so great series to run.
There you hear it from the driver out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania. Robbie Schaefer going to pick up a couple positions here, better than what he did last week. Last week it was a 5th. Tonight here he picks up 12 spots to finish on the podium. He will go P number 3. Congratulations to our top 3 here tonight in the Dan Dubuque Memorial 61 here at Lanier. Let's take a look here at our feature results. These are, of course, all unofficial, as all cars have to go through tech inspection yet here tonight. There you heard from the Aftermath Motorsports driver of Justin Fuller. You heard from Chucky and then Robbie, and look who came home 4th. It's Brian Hacker. Cole Day, who won last week, finishes 5th. Al Smith is sitting there 6th. Paul LaCourte's going to come home 7th, with Justin Smith in 8th. Josiah Millen rallied back for an inside the top 10 finish here tonight. He'll come home running in the 9th position. 10th is going to go to Dylan Rabtoy. I don't believe Dylan Rabtoy had left the top shelf until it was about 9 laps to go when he started to work his way down the track, and he'll come home 10th. Wade McDuff in the 1W after being wrapped up in a couple of wrecks here tonight. He'll finish 11th. Kelly Dahl, of course, one of those drivers that had a little bad luck in his heat race and then had to go to the last chance qualifier. Got in just by the skin of his teeth. It'll be 12th for Kelly Dahl. Casey Bietti had a rough night here tonight. He'll finish in 13th. Bartels took a trip down pit road on the 2B. He'll finish in 14th. And Doug Ungari, unfortunately, is going to finish back into the 15th position after he ran inside the top 10 all evening long. 16th to Matt Huff, then Jimmy McIntyre. Chris Brown back there into the 18th position. 19th then going to go to Alex Orions and the 9NY. Then it'll be the 24N of Nicholas Weatherby back in 20th. Scott Austin in the 5 finishes in 21st. David Konjerski in the 15 finishes 22nd. Jordan Head in the 77H had to pull it off early here tonight. He'll finish 23rd. Nathan Weatherby will get the 24th position, and our 2 alternates here tonight, McDuff and Bell, did not take to the racetrack here tonight at Lanier. Well, what a great race it was. The championship standings that came into the night with Cole Day at the top of them, that might change after we leave tonight here at Lanier and head to Lima Land over there in Ohio. We'll have to check back next week and see, after all these cars, of course, go through technical inspection, how the Weatherby championship standings look next week at Lima Land. Race fans, we appreciate each and every one of you tuning in here tonight to watch the Bartell Builders Big Block Series presented by the Upstate Racing League here tonight for the Dan Dubuque 61 Memorial Race. Of course, like we said earlier, Dan is missed each and every day by each one of the Upstate Racing League drivers, as he was a mainstay here with the Upstate Racing Series on the asphalt side of things. We wish he could be here tonight to race at his favorite track at Lanier National Speedway. But for everybody at the Bartell Builders, the Upstate Racing League, our sponsors, Kart BRC Wrap, Ski Graphics, Best Colorful Creations, Eddie's Meat, the M&M Country Store, R&R Auto, and of course, SUNY's Country Market. I'm Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network, and we appreciate you guys tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. We will catch you in 7 days for the R&R Auto Graphics at Lima Land Motorsports Park.